Good evening. This is Marcy. I wanted to speak about difficulties and how we handle them and how we compare them and shouldn't compare them. Do you ever find yourself saying, oh, well, geez, this happened to me and that happened to me, but oh, it could be worse, or oh, well, my friend, this is what happened to them. That's a lot more terrible than what's happening with me. You know, I do that a lot. Like this year, for instance, we've had some unfortunate things happen to us. My husband was forced out of his job. We had to pull my daughter out of school because there were some difficulties there with some of the other students. And so now she's going to an online school. And of course, I just lost a friend because they, don't agree with things. I don't expect them to agree, but they feel that I'm just not a good person. And so they unfriended me. So we've had these things happen. Earlier in the year, Mom had her surgery. She had double knee replacement, total knee replacement on both knees. So, we were nursing her at the beginning of this year, and she's still having some issues. So there are things going on in our lives, and I want to say, oh, well, but it's not that bad, or, it could, like I said, it could be worse, or, oh, geez, but you know what my girlfriend's going through? That may be true, but everybody's situation is different. Everybody handles things differently. The way you handle a certain type of crisis, a friend may handle it in a totally different way. You're two totally different people. So if you have something happen to you, don't feel like you have to downplay it. You feel what you feel, okay? And you're gonna get through it. You're gonna get through it. So don't feel guilty because you have these things happen, but other people have stuff happen too. Yeah, you can feel sorry, you can feel bad for them, but you can feel bad for yourself too. It's okay. You just don't want to stay in that funk. Eventually you want to get out of it, right? But when something happens, don't look around and say, oh my gosh, I shouldn't be feeling bad about this because, this isn't as serious as such and such. Don't do that to yourself. Feel what you feel. As long as you pick yourself up at some point and move on, that's the key. As long as you have faith that everything is going to work out and you know that there's a higher power that's watching over you and is going to help you through it, that's what counts. So don't do that anymore. Don't put that on yourself. If something happens to you and you're upset about it, be upset. And don't worry about how somebody else would handle it. They're not you. You are you, your own unique person. And you feel and think and do things in different ways than anybody else. You're special. So just, go through things as you have to go through them. Don't look around and compare to anybody else. That's all. That's all I wanted to say. I hope that makes sense. And I hope you understand that I just want you to, don't deny your feelings. That's what I'm saying. Let them out. Feel them. And don't feel guilty about them. And how you express them, go right ahead and express them. Just so long as at some point you move on from that. And you will. You always do. Time does help. And faith, of course, helps. So that's all I wanted to say. I hope you have a good night, and I will talk to you soon. Ciao.